What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. In today's video, our main topic of the video, as you can tell by the title, is blockchain. So we're going to go into what is a blockchain, how the blockchain works, and how the future of our finance works once the blockchain technology is incorporated into everything in our life and around us. Question number one is, what is blockchain? Blockchain is a digital record keeping system that stores information in blocks which are linked together in a chain. Instead of one company like a bank controlling the records, many computers around the world would share the same copy, making it decentralized, which means it's harder to modify, harder to fake stuff, and it's more trusted and secure. Key idea of a blockchain is a secure, shared, tamper-resistant digital ledger, which means even when your government transacts, you have more transparency as a person living in that country because you can see your transactions, other people's transactions, and all that other good stuff. How blockchain works in the most simplest terms we could put into words. So one, someone sends a transaction, money, contract, asset. Now the reason why it says money, contract, asset is because a lot of the things in the world will be tokenized. What that means is gold, silver, real estate, cars, companies, everything you can think of will be tokenized, which means it will be allowed to be traded 24/7. Now, the way blockchain works is usually you would have A, which is you, B, the bank, C, the recipient. Now it'll be just A to C without the B. Therefore, it means faster payments, quicker settlements, and also less fees, which then improves our global economy because one, faster payments, which means quicker settlement, which means less fees, which means the products can be cheaper, the transports can be cheaper, the goods of services, etc., and all that other good stuff can be cheaper in general. So that is why it's important for the blockchain technology to be integrated into our future of our financial system. As mentioned previously, how blockchain works is someone sends a transaction. Two, the transaction is broadcasted to the network of computers, also known as nodes. The network verifies the transaction using complex algorithms. Once approved, the transaction is placed into a new block. And five, the block is permanently added to the chain and cannot easily be changed. This makes the blockchain more transparent, secure, and trustless, which means you are more protected and you are paying less money across the board, which means everything else in the future is cheaper. What the future will look like in the financial system. Now, I've compiled all the data together, put it into ChatGPT so you can kind of verbalize for you guys exactly how it works in simple terms rather than me trying to come up with the intricate wording and give you all that finance jargon that you don't need to hear. So when blockchain becomes deeply integrated into finance, several major changes could happen. Number one, faster payments, which is a given. International transfers could happen in seconds instead of days. That is why Ripple, the company using XRP Ledger, have already proven this method works across the globe. They are now breaking into the US market and they have proven transactions that they can send millions and millions and millions of pounds or dollars or yen or whatever and settling it within 3 to 5 seconds. If I send to you something on a Sunday, you get it on the Sunday. I don't have to send you the money on the Friday for you to get it on the Wednesday, which that period of time helps to eliminate that waiting time and helps the world move quicker, faster, and transact a lot better. And two, lower fees, which means removing this like banks, clearing houses, etc. Number three, smart contracts, agreements that automatically execute when conditions are met. For example, if you're selling a house, right? You've got your seller, your solicitor, the seller's solicitor, the estate agent, the buyer, and the buyer's solicitors. Now imagine if you could remove three and only transact between the seller and the buyer, right? That's 3 parties you've eliminated, which means you move quicker, faster, more efficiently, and you pay less fees for your legals, etc. Now that is the future of how property, for example, will function in the near future in the next 2 to 4 years. Tokenized assets, property, stocks, art, and commodities could be digitally owned and traded globally 24/7. So right now, if you want to sell gold, you have to go to a shop that deals with that and be able to sell gold, or go to banks, etc., deposit your gold, sell your gold, buy gold, etc. However, with tokenized assets, you can do that in an instant from your home 24/7. More financial access. People without traditional bank accounts could still participate in global finance using digital wallets, which altogether changes the way humanity works and operates financially. Now, there are a couple of things to point out because I know there's so many questions that you guys will have. Question number one will be, well, how does this impact me? Well, it may not. And I don't want to sound rude when I say this. However, the blockchain will affect people in 3 different tiers. You've got the poor people, the middle class people, and the rich people. Now, the poor people will most likely not feel the difference of the blockchain integration. It'll most likely be today, there's no blockchain. You wake up tomorrow, blockchain's integrated, and you have no idea because it doesn't really impact you day to day. Now, if you're a middle class person, you are probably investing a little bit and doing all that other good stuff, which then would impact you because the blockchain would affect that person from trading, the way they invest, and the way they buy and sell their homes. Now, rich people will be affected by this massively, especially institutions like BlackRock, Coinbase, Barclays, Lloyds Bank, all these other different institutions, as well as companies across the globe. They will feel it the most, and it'll change the way entrepreneurs handle their business and where they register the business in for tax purposes. So to conclude kind of this video in one, blockchain is a shared tamper-proof digital ledger that allows people to send value, verify transactions, and create automated agreements without needing banks or middlemen. Like I said, when you send your friends money, you don't need your bank, you send it directly to them. When you buy or sell a property, no need for the solicitors and all that other stuff. Actually, solicitors you probably would need, but I imagine the future of soliciting won't be a seller solicitor and a buyer solicitor. I can imagine there'll be one solicitor managing that contract for both parties, which again, it's cheaper for you from the fee standpoint. Now, if you want to have a discussion about it, how it works and all that other good stuff, every Friday I run something called the MMR Show, which you can get involved, and we talk about everything you can think of from business life to investing. Every Friday about 7 to 8 p.m. Just an hour-long episode live, so you can ask questions directly. And we do have guests and hosts. We do have guests and co-hosts that come on, jump on, and have a chat in depth about all that other good stuff. So in the same way, so kind of to tie it all together for you guys, in the same way the internet changed how information moves, blockchain could change how money and ownership move around the world, which is the future. And if you want to know what companies are the future, how they would work, and which companies will integrate this, let me know down below, and I'll make sure to make you guys another video which kind of deep dives and explains everything that you need to know about the blockchain and the future of finance. Hope you liked the video. Make sure to click the like button, comment down below exactly what you want from me in the next video and what you want me to dive in deeper, and make sure to subscribe and ding dong that notification bell. Our aim for this year is to hit 5,000 subscribers. We're currently about 170 subscribers, so as you see, we got a long way to go and a lot more content to produce. So if you're enjoying this type of content, please subscribe, like, and comment down below what videos you'd like me to do next. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!